Welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest and most entertaining stories, where I go over them, analyze them, and on occasion, make fun of them. Today, going to go over a story titled, Am I the A-hole for telling my brother if his kids go hungry, that's his problem, not mine? Now guys, right off the bat, that title, you'd obviously see this guy as the villain and the brother as the victim. What you're going to see here in this story, that's not the case. This guy is telling the story about his brother did pretty much the most awful thing a brother could do to another brother. Absolutely, 100%. And even upon falling upon hard times, you're going to see here, still is that much of a jerk. Okay? And you're going to see here in this story, guys, that this guy is most certainly was wrong big time. And I'm going to get a little more, I'm not going to reveal too much. I'm going to let the story go. Then you're going to see, have a chance to express in the comment section, is this guy the a-hole or not? And I'm going to read through this, try my best not to comment too much, but then share my opinion on this particular thing at the end. Starts off, he says, my English is a work in progress, so just a warning. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, this English is not his first language. I had to rewrite a lot of things to make it to make sense. So if you click on the link in the description, you're going to see where I'm reading things that aren't theirs, because I had to rewrite a lot of this to make it sound right. Anyhow, he says, I'll call my brother Mike and my ex Tammy. 10 years ago, my then fiancé left me at the altar, and he says the most humiliating thing I've ever been through, and went on our honeymoon with Mike, his brother. In her note, she told me that she loved him since high school, but he was never interested, so she used me to get him. She claimed to have loved me at some point, but after one drunken night stand, she and Mike knew they were soulmates. Real nice, huh? Real nice girl, real nice brother. His brother ran away with the girl that he was going to marry. Have an idea. If you're going to have a one-nighter, fine. End it. Then fine, break up. No, they stayed together and then broke up at his wedding. You can see why he has resentment towards this guy, this brother of his. He says, I'm not going to lie. I was a wreck for about a year. Every time I tried to move forward from that day, her mother tearfully he wrote this badly. Every time I tried to move forward from that day that her mother tearfully handed me the note in everyone's faces, it would set me back. But time's a healer, and I've moved on. I disowned Mike and haven't spoken to both of them for 10 years. For the first 2 years, my family hid that they had any contact with him, but then just basically sat me down one day and told me Tammy was pregnant and Mike was planning to marry her soon, so I needed to get over it because they were going to have the wedding, baby shower, etc. Get over it after his brother, his blood, was fooling around with, having a secret relationship with, and then ran off with a woman he was going to marry, left him at the altar, and he needs to get over it. I'd be like, F you, family. But the age-old thing that, blood is thicker than water and you should just forgive, hell no. His brother's a scumbag. So is she. He's an adult, none of the family's business. But different cultures are different cultures, and not everybody's like me. He says, to be honest, I was hurt at the way they all went about it, but they're adults. I can't control what they do with their lives. I simply ask that they not invite me to anything that they would be at or expect me to forgive him, which they tried multiple times to make us talk, but after a year of no contact, they got the picture. Well, it's about damn time. I'd say, hey, put yourself in my shoes. How would you feel if your brother or your sister did that to you? Fast forward to last week, and I heard Mike and Tammy are expecting their 5th child. And Mike's business went bankrupt last September. Then the chain that Tammy works at closed down, and they have zero savings, apparently. My family have hinted that my wife and I should help them because we are the most financially successful for the kids' sake. My wife told them straight up no and said to Mike to look for a job, and we left. I like this guy's wife. 5 kids and no savings. Maybe be good. Either they are really into hooking up and don't have any use for birth control or condoms, or who the hell knows what. But you shouldn't be having that many kids if you don't have any money saved up. It's kind of common sense here. And it's not the job of this guy or anybody else to pay for them. A lot of people may not like that, but that's how I see things. A while later, I got a call from an unknown number, and I had a feeling who it was, but I just had to answer. That was a mistake. From the moment I said hello, both Mike and Tammy started ranting about me needing to get over Tammy and saying I'm a piece of crap for punishing kids for something that happened years ago. Finally, my brother asked me, how does it feel to be the reason that his kids go hungry? Oh my God. Laying on the guilt, laying on the shame. They need help and they're calling up and yelling at him. So I told him that's his problem, not mine, and they started yelling and crying. So I just hung up, and since then my whole family is calling me names for taking my anger out on Mike's innocent children. My wife said I should tell them to go F themselves and ask them to put their hands in their own pockets. So, all right, that's the end of the story. But so here's the deal, guys. In my opinion, what this brother did to this guy is unforgivable. And not to mention that the woman he was going to marry, this Tammy character, that's a code name, is a piece of garbage as well. And he hasn't talked to him all those years. And he has every right not to talk to him. I don't care if he's family. Who gives a crap? He's awful. Now, all these years later, they're back begging for help. And not just begging, but actually yelling and feeling entitled to the help. Is it unfortunate that their kids are going to suffer because mom and dad's business went bankrupt? Mom lost her job. Is that unfortunate for the kids? Absolutely. And do I want any kids to go hungry, which I think they're exaggerating big time? Of course not. But why should these people that were horrible to this guy expect they should get a handout? Okay? Why weren't they responsible adults and had savings in the event of hard times? Because guess what? In life, there's going to be hard times. But they figure, hey, we can just mooch off everybody else. Why isn't this guy's family helping out with the brother? Why isn't the wife's family helping out with the family? There's a question. Why can't the guy go and get another job? Where is their government assistance in one form or another? Because pretty much every place has some levels of government assistance. You see where I'm going here, guys? But no, they want to go to the guy who obviously is the most financially responsible and successful in the family, and the family's laying on the guilt. So once again, you're being punished for your own success. Okay? In my opinion, I'd say pretty much, hey, family, you can help them out. Okay? These are your nieces and nephews or grandkids. You can then do things. You can give them money, or you can provide food or whatever it is to help the kids out. Clothes, food, school supplies, whatever, while the brother and the wife are looking for a job or something. Why should this guy have to do it? Especially after what happened? No way. And why not her family? So for me, if I was, not that I'd be in this situation, but if I was, at best, what I would do is maybe I would provide in terms of food and clothing for the kids, where literally it's delivered to them, the food and the clothing. I wouldn't go there, but somebody else I could trust would deliver the food and the clothing. That's it. They wouldn't be getting a check. They wouldn't be getting cash. Because I wouldn't trust them. Only because there's kids, because kids shouldn't have to suffer because of their stupid parents. But aside from that, he can get a job. He's capable. There's obviously forms of assistance the governments would provide for certain things to help out, and of course the family. But just to make it out that this guy should have to do it and he's the a-hole, I don't think so. And I know I'm going on here, but I do all these stories that deal with these crazy family situations, so this is why I'm talking about this. Now, as per usual, I will share a few comments from the comment section to show I'm not alone here in this opinion. One guy says here, I really am in love with your wife, and I'm getting a tan from her blazing, shiny spine. She is right, plus she is truly all the family you need. Right. This guy's wife is pretty cool, doesn't take their crap. That's all the family he needs. If she's loyal and good to him, fine. I'd ditch the family, because they're just a bunch of leeches and a big pain in the ass. Another guy says, Mike and Tammy made their choice 10 years ago. The thing is, Tammy knew what she was doing and could have ended it way before the ceremony. That's what I said. Coupled with the fact that she had a one-night stand where your bro gets his whatever. The gross cherry on top, they took your honeymoon. I'd have sued for her for that. I hope that you get the ring back or dues for the cost. Yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, might be good to mention to your family you already chipped in the state and state the above reasons if they never paid you back. Not the a-hole. Another guy says, your wife is awesome and absolutely right. You're not the a-hole, and your brother saved you from marrying Tammy. Your new wife sounds so much better. F them, their kids are their responsibility. They didn't have to make 5 if they can't afford it. Right. 5 kids? I mean, if people have the means to take care of their children, okay. I think there's too many people in the world anyway, but okay. But don't go having all these kid after kid after kid and expect everybody else to have to pay for them. People that are responsible. Final comment, the guy says, and the reason the kids are going hungry is that they keep having them when they don't have a savings. This doesn't fall to you. Your family and hers can take care of it. You funded their relationship more than enough with a honeymoon. Right. Exactly. I like to know why this guy didn't get money back for the honeymoon, but who knows? At the end of the day, the guy was probably just so worn down and broken, he just probably didn't want to deal with it. But yeah, his family and the woman's family, they can help out. And like I said, at best, maybe he buys some food and has it delivered there by a trusted party, or some things for the kids, clothes and school supplies, because no matter how much he despises his brother and his ex, the kids shouldn't have to suffer. And believe me, I'm not in any way about that, okay? But this isn't this guy's problem at all. And I quite honestly, I'd walk away from the whole family. I'd pick up and move and say, hey, I'm done with you guys. End of story. Life is too short. And it is. Life is too short, guys. And I say this a lot of times here, but also on my other channel. When you got a family that treats you like crap, that tries to, that disrespects you, takes advantage of you, all that, you don't need them. Better to be alone. Better to have, or at least a few very trusted, good friends, or if you're lucky enough for a guy, an actual girlfriend, a wife that you could actually, who's actually great. Because there are some out there. They're fewer and fewer these days, but there are some. That's all the family you need, as opposed to people you can't trust and want to take advantage of you. So, but anyway, guys, quick video. I thought it'd be an interesting thing to go over. I definitely like covering these interesting stories of these family dynamics. You just wouldn't believe what goes on. Anyway, guys, that is it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And also, guys, if you come across a great story or a personal story or article, something entertaining or crazy or something definitely would get attention, by all means email it to me and I'll definitely do it in the future. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.